Okay. As with anything, I've taken somebody else's training and made it my own. I didn't like the way she did it, so I did it myself. This is how I would like to see it done. First off, we start with the quick list. You guys are already familiar with the quick list. Do I need to show you the quick list? Anybody uncomfortable with the quick list? Basically what you do is you give them categories and you say, name 2 places you want to go. Name 2 food groups. Name 2 things in your living room. Name 2 things that you like to do. Name blah, 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 right? Quick list. Give them categories. Or you could just say, tell me all the places you can think of, and then they just list. So you can do a quick list in 2 different ways. Give them categories or just have them write all about one topic. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. The next thing you would do is from that quick list, you would create a bubble map like we did earlier. So for instance, if in my expository, I wanted to talk about, like it's about your favorite time of the year, maybe I would quick list all the holidays, because I definitely want to write about holidays. I'm going to narrow it down to 1. I'm going to go with Christmas. So then I create my bubble map. I've already done that. You with me so far? I need that bubble map. The Christmas one that I did well. The other one, the stinky diary one I want. Okay. Next it comes sentence brainstormers. Here's where I'm changing this sucker up. I got this pretty book, and you're welcome to check it out for me. And this is what she's done. She's given them sentence starters for every type of possible prompt. She did hundreds of prompts, little sentence starters. So for instance, if the prompt was,
But what happens if you use sentence starters?
I'm getting there, I'm getting there.
What happens? Y'all think about it. What become?
Write about a time when you learned something from a mistake. Explain how it helped you grow as a
become
person.
formulaic. You end up with formula writing.
Right. So, write about a time you learned from a mistake. Guys, come in, come in, come in. Yeah. So, she started with where you were, what happened first, what happened next. So those were her writing about a time, so let's find an expository one. Maybe that's about.
The one that you have an example of is
Okay, so either way I have a place, I get these sentence starters. I don't want the kids to have sentence starters. Why? Because do they have this pretty little book on the test? No. Or am I going to have posters up in my room? No. Can I have them use their spiral notebook? No. So they've got to come from here. So how to make that work? The first thing I'm going to do is I have my bubble map. I realize what my categories are already. Okay? So I'm going to take my first thing, I go back to my prompt, favorite time of the year. So somebody give me a sentence that would, so this is my intro, favorite time of year. So we just restate the prompt here. Okay? Favorite time of year. Guys, give me a sentence that would be a good sentence for any, my favorite time of year is. I always get that one. My favorite time of year is blank. Okay, give me another one.
Do you have a favorite time of the year?
Oh.
We're talking about cheesy reviews?
Do you have, no, it doesn't have to be
Oh.
a favorite time of year. I do. It's blah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's another one?
I like blank. That's one I get when I have that prompt.
I like blank,
Christmas or whatever.
the time of year.
Fill in the blank.
Blank is my favorite time of year because
Blank is my favorite time of year. Blank is my favorite time of year because of, keep going, blank, comma, blank, comma, blank, right? I love having them do this. Flip it. Flip it. Cookies, ice cream. That's wrong. Cookies. I don't know why I was going ice cream. See, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Cookies, presents, and Santa. All reasons why Christmas is the greatest. all reasons why is the greatest. Okay? All I do is flip it and then make it a little spectacular, right? Will this fit for any of them? Yeah, so we just keep ideas. What are some other sentence starters? What else could I say? For your kids who are struggling writers, who can't write anything, they're going to be able to piggyback off of them. Your top writers can use this. So you do this with each subcategory. So then you go to your first idea, which was food. How can I start a food sentence? I like food. I like food at Christmas time because, right? This right here is going to hit that part of the prompt that is explain why. If they didn't explain why, if they just told me it was their favorite time of year and they didn't explain, they're not going to get a good score. Okay? You have to get with them to get them to start being able to create these on their own. Okay? It's not hard. If you just start thinking food, what are some other ways? Yum. Melting cookies. I'm writing without looking. Melting cookies in the oven. Make, y'all can't read this, make me happy. Ooh, I just wrote whatever food it was made me happy. I told you why, and I told you what it was, without me ever doing anything else. So using those sentence starters to start their brains moving forward and changing their sentence variety within it. So that's your sentence structure. So then what you do is you take your make a foldable. What we're going to do is take a piece of paper. I shouldn't have flipped that. No, that's good. And you're going to fold it like this. I'm going to leave like a little tab here at the bottom. And I'm going to draw a line down the middle. And then I'm going to split that in half. So I have 4. We have 26 lines, people. We don't have room for 3 supporting detail paragraphs. We just don't. So I do 2 supporting detail paragraphs. I have mine pick 2. We did 3. We're not going in enough detail. So this is going to be my supporting detail number 1, number 2, conclusion, intro. Yeah? Yes. Another graphic organizer. I'm going to write my sentence stems here for each one of them. So for the first one, everybody pick a sentence stem for intro. What do you think? Do you have a favorite time of year? I do. Blank is my favorite time of year because of the food and the
Presents.
and there's no school. We didn't do presents. Remember, we ixnayed the presents because there wasn't enough time. We didn't have enough jump to go with it. Are you following me? Anybody lost yet? Got it? Okay. So after I've done this, I'm going to write sentence starters for each category here. They can fold their paper, one of their planning sheets on the STAR test and make this foldable very easily. Don't you agree? Wouldn't be hard. So you open it up and go ahead and follow the lines through. I'm going to mark on my shirt. Put that on here. So my paper becomes this. My intro, so I have favorite time of year, which is my keywords out of my prompt. I have Christmas is awesome. I'm just going to do that. That's it. Start with that. So then I do my kernels I'm gonna do 2 kernels, and then I'm gonna do my conclusion. So it's just another graphic organizer. Right here, I'm gonna write my 2 middle sentence stems. So you're gonna write those here. So this is your intro, and then you would write 1 for your 2. This is gonna be food. This is gonna be no school. Okay? Everybody with me so far? And then at the end, I'm going to once again say fave time of year. And I have got to say why. I want to say why everywhere. Why is it food? Why do I like the food? Why do I like the no school? Okay? All right? Now, what you're going to do is this allows for them. I'm going to let you see what I did from the training. See if I can make this visible. I start building on this. So it has the most tourist sites of any other city. So I didn't do anything but just say it has the most touring sites. Very simple sentence. So then I took that sentence and I said, what would be the, I have Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, Times Square. Those are just 3 of my places. I put my details up here. It also has an amazing variety of food. So I just listed some of the food. Spicy mustard from the hot dog vendor, gigantic salty pretzels. I wanted to start my paragraph with, as I walk around touring and sightseeing the Big Apple, smells of gigantic salty pretzels, hot dog vendors with spicy mustard, and smells from the steam will rise to my senses. That's it. What she was saying in the training is if they can do this sentence, if they can write these 4 sentences, they could pass. If they could just write those 4 sentences, they could pass because it has a topic sentence, 2 details, and a conclusion. Do we want that? No. So within here, we go and we start describing. And we start saying, what about, we put ourselves a prepositional phrase before it. As I approach the Empire State Building, so then we change up this sentence and keep adding layer upon layer. We make the kernels pop. So these at the bottom, these simple sentences that you wrote at the bottom, you are to take them and pop them. Make them explode with ideas. Okay? So they're like your popcorn popper, your popcorn kernels. You got a little heat to them. You got a little butter. And then they become something amazing. Okay? That goes really, I mean, I can't go into detail. I wish I could model the whole thing for you, but I just kind of wanted to give you the frame and structure. Okay? If you want to know more about it, email me. My name is Wendy. What? Gish. I'm the CCF at Ireland.
And really, what each time, each of the after the bells will expand on these things, because this one was mainly just for pre-writing, for you to see pre-writing strategies. Next time, we're actually going to move into structure and work through the entire process.